That'd be a good freshman.
We could say how you...
So between Luffy, Ichigo, and Naruto, who will win out of a three-way fight? Catch is...
I'll catch.
He has every devil fruit and every haki power. Ichigo has every Sanbakuto and every Kido, including Shikai and Bankai. Naruto has every Jutsu and Kekkei Genkai. Who will win out of the three, you guys think?
Never really appreciate it until you blink and it's however many years later, and you know, all the adult responsibilities start piling up and it never ends.
Yeah, adulting is adulting.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's fun being an adult though. You got certain...
Don't believe him, it's a trap.
No, quick sidebar, potential sidebar. You don't think it's more fun now than as an adult than it was when you were a kid? Because you can do more stuff now than you could back then.
No, to be honest, the funny thing is, me and one of my friends were having this chat the other day, and we're like, well, the thing is, at least we have adult money to basically like do the things that we always wanted to do.
Inflation might have something to say about that, though.
Did you see the receipt of, I think Chip or Chipmunk or Chip nowadays? He did a campaign with Nando's, and he basically had a receipt that was whatever he got right now would be something like 30 something pounds. But back then when he got it was like £9 something.
Whoa.
It was like £9 something.
Nando's back in the day?
Nando's used to be cheeky Nando's. It used to be a cheeky Nando's, not anymore.
What did he get?
It was like, I think, if I even remember, I used to have like two sides and like half a chicken for like $8.99 or something like that.
Wait, hold on. You're saying half a chicken and two sides? Wait, no, he must have got something extra on top though, because I know from the last half. Actually, I haven't had enough chicken. No, I don't even eat chicken, but I suppose it's like £20 though.
Bro, it's
£30. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
£3. So hold on, this guy got a chicken burger medium with one side regular chips, a chicken but Wait, let me start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
One chicken burger, medium with one side regular chips, £6.30. Chicken burger, lemon and herb, okay, with one side regular chips, 2 soft drinks, all came up to, including tax, $16.80. I don't even know how much that would be in today's money. That was 2010.
Right now, that will probably be like 30 something pounds, like bordering 45. Like I'm thinking about 40.
We need to have, what's it called, a coup d'etat. ASAP. I was literally thinking to myself, Dan, I know this isn't the throwback podcast.
Yeah. Do you know what?
It used to be 40p, bro. One way. I have no idea what the tube used to be because I was too shook back then to get on it by myself. I didn't have tube money. I used to think the tube was the worst. I hated it. But, oh, man.
No, the tube used to give me flipping like I had phobia of the tube when I was young.
Real talk, bro.
I thought that if I got lost, it would be over. I thought it would be a wrap. I thought I'd never be found again.
Last fun me. Real talk. You that's the best way to describe it. Man used to think it would be like, oh, what's there's a cartoon that comes to mind that made the what you said triggers kind of. When I think of it, I'll throw it in.
It's not something like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark or anything like that.
I'm thinking Maze. I don't know. But I've seen so many. You know when it starts?
It all blurs into one.
Yeah.
Good times.
No, good times though, man.
Yeah, man. We are an anime podcast and we've been waffling for a little bit. My name is Parker Zensai of the Anime Freshmen and I'm joined by my good friend. I almost went for your government name. Highlander. How are you doing, sir?
Woo! Here, live and in person, ready. All that good stuff.
What have you been watching?
Ooh, let me see. You know what? I need to start Free Rent because for reasons that will become more apparent in the very, very near future. I mean, you know, I had the group chat, all that. Because you gave it your seal of approval. But then I spoke to Kato and he told... but I think you might have told me it was a shoujo, right? Is it shoujo? Is it classed as a shoujo?
I say it's technically more fantasy, like adventure. The main character is a female elf.
Mm.
I wouldn't say it's shoujo, but it's. I think it can lean to either sex.
You know what it is? After I spoke to you, I spoke to him, and he kind of. No, it's not criticism on Carter's. I'm making of Carter, but he might have potentially
Dampened your expectations.
Oh no, he definitely did that on purpose. But I'm saying I allowed myself to be potentially brainwashed because he kind of said that he wasn't feeling like that, and he said something. I can't remember where it was, but I was thinking, I think he might have said it was the shoujo. And you know how I feel about shoujos.
I don't think it's technically a shoujo.
No?
I don't think it's classed as a shoujo.
And he kind of made me forget what was a very key point that you raised, is that there's a good amount of action that you know that I would like. And I'd forgotten that until right up about now.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is, like, if I was to say what Free Rent is my favorite anime. Let me finish. Free Rent is my favorite anime that's come out in the last, let's say, 5-ish years.
Really?
That is a season 1 that doesn't have like another season, like at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's quite a few that's come out, but Free Rent is.
It's only got 1 season.
So far. Season 2's been greenlit for, I believe, 2026.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. There's enough anime in the bank to fill that gap in the meantime. But really, last 5 years, a lot. The main one with only 1 season that's really, you know, because I think you said it's got feels, right?
You got feels.
Okay, I need to, you know, just give my own opinion on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch it. Like, all you can do is watch it and see what you're saying. Because Kato is someone that likes anime that, if an anime has like power scaling and like bombastic fights. No, I'm there too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love anime like that. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, like things like that. Like, I'm all for. But this one, storytelling. Yes, a mixture. It's got a nice balance, and the storytelling is A1. And the cinematography, I didn't think I'd want to watch an anime and be going, oh, those are some really interesting shots. No, you know what? The director's really good.
Does it feed into anime tropes quite a lot? Or do the characters have a more grounded aspect to them, if that makes sense? Do they act in a way that's more in line with what you'd expect a quote-unquote normal person to act? Given the situation they find themselves in.
Yes, for the most part.
I mean, granted, it's an anime.
Yeah. And there's dragons, there's magic, there's one bar that one man dropped that I loved, and it's a slight spoiler, and I'll let you know.
Is it a minor?
It's a very minor spoiler. He's a side character. He comes up towards the end. This one cracks me up because thinking back to it, he's basically using magic. They're basically all very much magic orientated, except for like warrior classes. If you're a warrior, my man is a mage. He runs out of mana, and his line basically to his other guy who he was teaming up with, he goes, "Oh, we're out of mana. What's gonna happen?" He's like, "I'm maybe out of mana, but I'm not out of options." And he basically put up his fists, and he had a slugfest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a mage.
Did it look?
It looks sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, is he even built like that?
He's a bit on the chunky side, but like
and he sold it.
Yeah, he sold it.
It didn't look corny, well, not too corny.
No. It was fitting.
And really?
It was fitting. He was out of mana, but he wasn't out of options.
I'll give you a watch though. I'll have to, especially in time for what we've got
coming up very soon.
Yeah, because when you put out the feelers,
I think you've watched the least.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was looking at it, I was trying to send it. I was like, in the words of Castle, it's not looking good, bruv.
But
shout out to Carter and Judd. They're in spirit, but not physically. So yeah, but
you'll be back soon.
And you've seen Kaiju number 8?
Kaiju number 8, yep.
Because I know Jed likes that. He's seen it.
I like Kaiju number 8. It's decent. It's decent.
Is it giving Pacific Rim vibes?
Yeah, you know what? Yes, but also it's its own thing because it kind of follows the story of a seasoned gentleman who was supposed to like grow up to be someone that hunts kaiju and like kills and whatnot, but he ended up taking the route of I guess disposal and cleaning up after the kaiju fights. So he basically was. You know, when fights happen and Godzilla gets splattered everywhere and everyone goes away, he'll be the cleanup crew coming to like clean the guts and stuff and like get the city back to looking clean.
Okay.
he finds a way to, I guess...
Sorry, this is the main character?
Yeah.
Okay.
He finds a way, I guess, to get back into the mix without giving away too much.
Oh, I remember the synopsis now. Is it a spoiler? What he can do?
Not really, because that's the premise.
Story.
Yeah, that's in episode 1.
He's able to see through the eyes of other kaiju?
No.
He can't do that, no?
No. Well,
he can't jump into their body, like establish like a kind of mind link with kaiju that appear, or...
No.
Am I on them?
You're not too far off. He can basically transform into a kaiju.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's kaijus that are different ranks and ratings, and he can transform into quite a powerful kaiju.
As tall as what, like a skyscraper?
No. Just kind of like humanoid level size, but super powerful. There's different sizes of kaiju. There's like huge kaiju, but there's also like smaller kaiju. Like basically, imagine Frieza. Frieza's short, but he's powerful.
He's not that level of powerful, but so what? He, as small as he is in the kaiju form, can still take on and defeat kaiju that are massive in size.
Yes,
really?
Yes, he's got power. He's got some force behind his hits. He's got a lot of force behind his hits.
Good action.
Yeah. I'm going back in my head right now, and yeah, Kaiju Number 8 was
enjoyed
enjoyable.
it, probably,
Yeah.
You binged it when it came out?
Yeah, bro, every week. You know, it's actually been a little bit since I've watched anime weekly and been excited for the next episode. Kaiju Number 8 was one of the ones I was excited to wait for.
More than Solo?
No more than Solo, bro. There's one anime that I'm watching that from the first 3 episodes that I've seen so far, and by the time this comes out, there'll be more episodes out. But I am not gonna lie, if Solo Leveling was not out this year, it will be the best anime that I've seen this year.
Which one's this?
It's called To Be Hero X.
There was a seconded nod from the ether right then.
From the ether.
Really, yeah?
Yes. To Be Hero X. You watched Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yes.
Without giving away too much, the fights are very similar to Into the Spider-Verse fights in terms of like the animation, the
visual effects that they put.
Yeah. It's
what's it called again?
To Be Hero X. So
it's not an isekai.
No, it's actually not an anime. It's technically a Chinese animation called a donghua.
Ooh, you know, bruv, some of them Chinese anime,
Oh, yo.
slap.
They really do.
And you know what it is? I see them all the time, or not all the time, here and there on the gram. And I go into the comments, what's the name?
Yeah,
that's the name. I save the post.
You add it to the list, because he's hopeful. Yes, he is.
Not really. I'd actually saved one.
Yeah.
Maybe a few. No, it's been more than a week or two now. I told myself, let me bank it in the list. Did the whole pose like you just did. Forgot about it right now.
You know, there's a donghua called The Immortal King.
Chinese anime are technically called what?
Donghua.
Okay.
They're technically classed as that because I guess if you're speaking to someone from Japan, they'll class it all as anime because they say that everything's anime, and like that's if it's animated from a Japanese perspective. But what Chinese animation is trying to do is they're trying to basically get their animation on the world stage as much as anime is.
Bro, that is dangerous because they have the manpower.
So this anime called To Be Hero X, or this donghua called To Be Hero X, you can tell there's budget been put into it. I kid you not. If I was sitting in the cinema and they stitched all the episodes together, that's the quality of the animation that is in there.
And what is it ongoing at the moment? Or
Yes.
It hasn't finished.
And did you ever you heard of The Boys, haven't you? The
Homelander and them.
Yeah. It's basically like a take on that, where you basically see a superhero society, but there's a bit more to meets the eyes. To say this point will basically be giving away some of the things, but some of the heroes, unfortunately, they're heroes and they want to be heroes, but at the end of the day, what they signed up for is kind of like a gift and a curse.
In terms of what the politics that are at play in the background that forced them to make decisions that they probably wouldn't want to or would make in general if it was up to them completely, or
yes, and also the side effects of their abilities. Like there's
so they actually add a more realistic approach to what one would have to deal with
Yeah.
if they actually had powers.
Yeah. And you know, My Hero Academia
I wonder you
has...
brought up the boys. That's who
Yeah. And you know, My Hero Academia has like hero rankings and stuff.
Yeah.
It plays into that as well. There's hero rankings and there's like... Yeah, there's bro.
Bro, you know My Hero better than I do.
Mhm.
Right. Do you rate Blue Genius? Is it Blue Genius? Is that his name?
Best genius.
Best Genius.
Best genius. with his eyelashes.
Do you rate him?
Do you know what?
'Cause what's his power? He can control all fabrics.
Yes. He can basically...
Not just jean fabric or
yeah,
denim.
like fabric in general. He has control of fabrics like...
If you had that power, what are you saying? Would you, to the extent that he has it in
He's a number 2 hero, isn't he?
that's what makes it so egregious, bro.
Man said egregious. Okay, so with the best genus...
You're telling me there's no one better than best, what's the name?
Best genus.
Best genus. No one better than him. He's number 2.
Yeah. Oh, was he number 2?
Let that guy go and join Levi's, bro.
Oh, no. But yeah, speaking of My Hero, there's actually an anime that I'm watching called My Hero Vigilantes. He sighed and he closed his eyes. I'm currently watching that too.
Does it have Deku in it?
No, it's set in a time before Deku. It's following a character who, the storyline is he basically finds himself... Heroes need to have licenses and kind of like do the whole My Hero Academia, get trained and He's taken the vigilante route, so he's not actually
Same world,
authorized.
same-
Yeah, same world, same universe. You see the characters from My Hero. So in the first episode, the main character's mentor gets in a fight with Eraserhead.
Main character. Who? One for All?
No, so this is a
jet
different.
guy.
This is a different, completely different story. So
Oh, my bad,
different,
my bad.
different main character. He has a mentor, just going like a Batman figure who basically takes the law under his own hands. He gets into a fight with Eraserhead,
A young Eraserhead.
a younger Eraserhead. There's a younger Eraserhead, a younger All Might, and a younger a Midnight, the one that can put people to sleep. She had the gas power. She's kind of like one of the teachers
If I saw her, I'd
yeah,
remember.
she's one of the teachers.
And what are they? The younger Eraserhead and the younger.
I haven't seen All Might just yet.
All Might.
I haven't seen him yet. Just seen him in credits.
mentioned him.
Yeah.
Does the younger Eraserhead look better?
Kind of the same. He looks kind of the same-ish. It's probably like a few years, but he kind of looks the same-ish.
Is he less skilled with his ability than he is in?
No. He's still him, basically. It's just him, maybe a few
And you
years,
enjoy it?
few years removed. It's alright. I'm not saying it's like it's not my to be heroics, but it's alright.
Oh, okay. I'll still give watch though.
But yes, that was a fun little.
Do you think you'd be a hero or a villain if you had powers? Like a good serious power, like telekinesis, or if you were, what's that guy's name? Human Torch, something like that. Do you think you'd be a hero or a villain?
Do you know, that's a very good question. And there are some people who have sent us in some questions. So if that question pops up, then I'll answer it. But yes, no. We've going to be doing something called Feedbackloop II, where we have some people who have sent us in some questions. This time around, we got some audio questions sent through to us. There's a few to go through, so let me get the first one up.
Hey, Anime Freshmen, Drew Dude here. Quick question. With One Piece's reanimation/remake coming out, what old anime would you love for this to happen to?
That was from Drew Dude, our good friend.
Shout out to him. I ain't seen him for a minute. What? You said re-animation? Like an updated version?
Yeah. So basically, what anime or old anime would you like to see get a rework?
The first one that came to mind was Ninja Scroll straight away.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why. Because it's one of your favorites.
I love it. But then again, it's kind of a catch-22 because the fact that it's the old school animation is what kind of gives it part of its
charm.
Allure, its charm. I'll be interested to see what it looked like. Especially with, I don't know, definitely Ninja Scroll to a certain degree. Maybe Basilisk as well, the ninja one. I don't know about Hunter x Hunter 2011. I don't think that needs... Oh, no, I'd love for it to be continued.
Yeah, no, yes.
No. Berserk.
That's your one, yeah.
Berserk 100% They can keep season 1, the 1994... Is it 1994?
Yeah.
The season 1? The one that me and you rock with.
Yeah. I think it was.
Mid-90s?
I believe so.
everything after that, CGI, 3D, whatever, needs to be thrown in the
garbage,
bin, locked, bruv.
Incinerated,
sent into a black hole somehow, never to be spoken of again, and we need to do a complete remake of that. That, if I could have that for Christmas, if Mariah Carey asked me, what do I want for Christmas? In that song, I'll say Mariah. A reanimated version, updated version of Berserk season 2 continued and onwards. That would be, that's hand down, bro.
No, but I agree. I think that's gonna trump my one, because the one that first came to my mind is, it's probably the obvious one, but I actually think Bleach, early Bleach, was tainted by all the fillers, the slow pacing.
After which arc? Not so sad arc, of course, because yes. Or would you keep? Actually, let me let you answer.
The thing is, Bleach was really, really enjoyable, but I rewatched a bit of it recently, and even though it's still a good story, I feel as though it's very dated. The animation is a little bit, like, it's so much so that if you watch the first episodes, it's got the whole frames where if you watch it, the screen is like smaller, so you have like a lot of
the black black rectangles.
Yeah. It's so dated as well that
it has that.
Yeah, it gives retro. Like when I'm watching it, it gives retro vibes.
So what, you gone on YouTube, typed in whatever scene, and
I've even and
that's what comes up.
It just looks. It looks like it didn't age well. If that makes sense.
Even so, say
maybe
I'm just being nostalgic.
I think it's nostalgia, but if you watch when Rukia first comes into the scene and she's entering Ikkia's room.
Rukia! Now, to be fair to her, they do her justice in the current season.
Yeah, in the current season. They do her dirty when she's supposed to be a strong Shinigami. She comes and gets like almost written off by a no-named...
She's terrible in the original one. Bro.
Yeah.
They kind of do her a little bit dirty in the new one, because you've seen it, so I won't spoil it, but her power, if she doesn't revert...
She does it too long, she'll freeze. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But then again, that might be because she did learn it quite quick, because that was her Bankai.
That was a different form. Yeah. Rukia can be Bankai. Wow. Didn't know that.
I'm in a car. Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a few more questions that come in. This one is from Zuma.
Shout out Zums.
Shout out Zuma.
Keep it fresh. So, in terms of what I've been watching Solo Leveling, which I've really enjoyed. I've done that in like a day and a half. I'm starting to watch JJK, Attack on Titan. So I wanted to watch something very similar, like those kind of animes, because obviously they were very interesting. I don't like slow ones, waifu ones, etc. I think for the question for the Anime Freshmen, I think it will be, in terms of like old school anime like Pokemon and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't get the hype as much as it did when it first came out. Do you know the reason why that is, or is it pure nostalgia for the people growing up that watched it, or like new episodes and series that drop don't get the same anticipation as newer animes? So that's just a question, and obviously it's coming from someone that was like a 90s baby. Keep it fresh.
He's like, keep it fresh.
I love the pause before he says it, You know what's... It's interesting he'd ask that, because I tried in the not too distant past to watch a bit of Digimon. And I don't know if it was maybe the wrong episode that I tried to use to go back on, but it didn't hit the same way, I didn't try with Pokemon. I mean, but then DBZ, that one might be an outlier in terms of, for the most part, always hitting on, always being enjoyable when you watch it. Have you tried to watch Digimon at all recently?
Not in a very long time. The most recent thing I've seen of Digimon is that they have a new game, but it's supposed to be a horror game.
But not what?
Apparently, I don't know much about it though.
But in terms of watching the original, first season or two?
Not since I was a kid.
I didn't really like what I saw. I was even a bit sad, because I remember like you're like me, bro. Digimon back then was the shit.
It was the shit. You know what? Go. I'll say it kind of leans back into, like, it ties into that Drew Dude question about Bleach, because when I rewatched like the first few episodes of Bleach, I didn't find it as enjoyable as I did when I was younger.
Wait, so what part? So you watched the Rukia, the first arc of Bleach. That's what you watched.
Yeah.
And how far did you get?
Before I stopped, I guess I should have given it more of a chance, but before Renji and Byakuya come to like bed up Ichigo and
when
take
he's still doing the one hollow per week thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Because for Bleach, DBZ, I might even throw Pokemon in there. It's just fun. And the animation quality is still alright. Those ones, it's not that I confirm for it because, they're still enjoyable, but I'll say they stand the test of time, whereas Digimon, you don't hear about Digimon.
There's a new movie. I think there's a movie that's come out within the last few years. I haven't watched it though.
Neither have I. I don't even know if I knew about it.
Yeah, I believe there's a new movie.
Because what other anime would you say fit that category?
Tenchi Muyo.
Who even talks about that?
Tenchi Muyo is such a good anime. But then again, is that nostalgia talking?
Was it though?
It's a nostalgia talking. That's the thing. It might be nostalgia.
I never really liked it that much. I was always waiting for him to use that sword of his. But 70% of the time, it's just him dealing with his harem issues.
Oh, but yeah, thank you, Zuma, for the keep it fresh as well. I wish Judd was here to hear that.
I was going to say that as well still.
We got another question come in. And this one is from Shadow Skills.
Shadow.
Hope you're a good freshman.
We can say how you...
So between Luffy, Ichigo, and Naruto, who will win out of a three-way fight? Catch is...
I'll catch.
He has every devil fruit and every Haki power. Ichigo has every Sanbakuto and every Kido, including Shikai and Bankai. Naruto has every Jutsu and Kekkei Genkai. Who will win out of the three, you guys think?
Shout out Shadow for that.
Shout out Shadow. But also, I hate that question. Wait. So he's basically saying that Luffy, Naruto,
and Ichigo
get in a fight. But
they each have every single power and ability from their respective universe.
I'll let you go first.
I haven't seen One Piece.
Okay.
So I'm a bit biased. But I would say Luffy gets eliminated first.
Okay.
I don't know, actually, given... Because I'm thinking, who are the top three in each universe?
Top three in each, so besides the main characters. So Naruto, you have Sasuke and probably Madara, if that makes sense.
Not Hashirama?
Hashirama's up there too. No, Hashirama, yeah.
No, but then you're thinking, what about Kaguya?
There's too many people. Like I can't say you can pick a definitive top, but in Naruto, like they would have basically all the chakra abilities, all the flipping Kekkei Genkai as well, because the bloodline abilities. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like Byakuya, talking about Bleach.
Bakugan.
The Byakugan, the Sharingan, the Rinnegan, the chakra releases, like lava release. Like he could.
What was it? The Mangekyo?
Mangekyo Sharingan, yes, it's Sharingan.
Inazami, is that what it's called? No, one where they're constantly stuck in like a time where
they
can redo
paradox. The paradox. You can get people stuck in a paradox.
It's a hard one. I might say no, because you've seen you're up to date with One Piece and you actually watched it consistently.
Yeah, I haven't started the most recent arc, but I'm pretty much up to date. Yeah.
Just guesstimating, where would you say? How would you compare the top abilities that first come to mind from One Piece to Naruto and Bleach?
I wish Kato was here, because Kato is a definite One Piece whore. Like, just basically call a spade a spade. I don't think I could do One Piece as much justice as he would, but their abilities and the devil fruits that they have would basically, I believe, if applied, give Luffy almost like boundless ability. And at the moment, even the devil fruit that he has gives him flipping Toon Force. And Toon Force is ridiculous.
No, that's what made me, because I was about to eliminate One Piece from the get-go, but now I remember Joy Boy.
Yeah.
And Kaido
Kaido.
And I mean, I don't even watch One Piece.
Big Mom's a flipping walking natural disaster.
Is she? She's that powerful?
She's that powerful. She's a walking natural disaster.
Literally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you... Because then I'm thinking of Bleach, 1,000-year Blood War arc.
Yeah.
And we finally got to see Old Man's Bankai.
Yeah. Even, what's her face's Bankai? The original Kenpachi.
Unohana?
Yeah.
Unohana. Paintbrush Man. If they expanded upon that as well. I'm trying to think. I don't know, you know. So Bleach, Naruto. This is a tough one.
I hate you, Shadow, by the way, because like... Okay, so let's put it this way. They basically all become like gods in their own right. Because without basically trying to downplay anyone's abilities, in their respective universes, all of their abilities put together would pretty much make each of them damn near unstoppable. So
if we pull all abilities from one universe into one single character, if we can even imagine how that would work, who do you think comes out on top? Naruto?
Okay, so if logic goes out the window, Luffy.
Yeah.
If logic goes out the window...
Oh, okay, because Toon Force.
Because Toon Force, Luffy. If it's about power, I actually think Ichigo has the most power.
I might go Naruto.
You might go Naruto.
Because if they're all meeting each other for the first time, let's say Naruto has all the powers, Ichigo has all the powers, and then Luffy has all the powers. Let's say Naruto instantly uses Mangekyou Sharingan. No, the Rinnegan, sorry. To transport both of them to that desert dimension. They're done. Okay. Maybe Toon Force Luffy might survive.
Might survive.
You know, dying of dehydration.
So if I was to basically put them in top three, I think, I hate to say it, I think Naruto just edges it.
Who has the grip? Go on, sorry.
I think Naruto just edges it. I think Ichigo, raw power-wise, Ichigo probably can outpower them, but I think sustainability and tactics might go Naruto's way. With Luffy, man would just laugh and then like erase.
Toon Force that powerful?
It's ridiculous. It's dumb.
Flip a coin, bro.
Yeah, literally flip a coin. It's anyone's game. Like that's actually a very good question, and it's one that. Do you remember the YouTube show Death Battle, or what is it called? Death Battles, where they basically pit people against each other from different worlds. Like for example, I think there was one episode where
MTV?
Yeah, no, was it MTV? I can't remember. It's on YouTube.
One where they do
No, you're thinking of the wrestling one. Yeah, not that one. I'm thinking about, there's a YouTube channel where people have death battles. So they do things like Kakashi versus flipping Luke Skywalker, for example, who would win a fight.
This wasn't on MTV back in the day, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
It's relatively newish YouTube
I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, Shadows, I hate you for that question, but there you go.
We could be all day talking about that, bro.
No, well and truly. We have another question in... This may even need to be like a two-parter because there's quite a few questions. This one is from Terry.
Shout out, Terry.
Hey guys, it's Emiadora or Terry here. One of the anime series that I'm watching currently, or have finished the season 1, is Solo Leveling. Now I know you're going to say it's a straightforward power fantasy at first glance, but look at it from a deeper level. First of all, you're looking at self-actualization through hardship. I mean, he's literally the representation of leveling up in the face of adversity. Most of us feel weak. We feel broken. We feel we have little resources to get where we want to get to our ultimate goal. And it takes that perseverance, the pain, the blood, the sweat, the tears to get to where you want to in life, because we're all going to hit rock bottom, or we all start from the bottom. You know when they say started from the bottom, now we're here. Literally.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
And then the system. Gamifying life. Think about it. We're all under a system. We're all working under a system. And some of us have the privilege to decide our free will or our fate. And some of us don't. And you can use the system to guide you, or you can be against the system, and that is looking at like capitalism, bureaucracy, it's just interesting when you think about it that way. And then looking at what game do you want to become more human or more monstrous to gain power? At what cost? Because when you think about it, if you become richer, stronger, you become a well-known influencer, for instance, a lot of celebs, for instance, will say they are losing spirituality, emotions. They may become less ethical in some sense. And with great power comes great responsibility. And then, inherited trauma and legacy. Generational trauma, guys. Come on. With generational. And that's just scratching the surface. But I think it's an amazingly well-written, well-animated, amazing show. And of course, if you've got Hiroyuki Sawano, then the music is gonna be good.
I was literally about to ask, who is that?
One of the composers. Layered question. Thank you very much, Terry. First and foremost, I just gotta say, a lot of people, including Jerd, have basically said that Solo Leveling is
one-dimensional,
not very good story. A lot of people are actually starting to try to criticize the anime by basically saying that there's not much to it. Someone even said that, I think I saw a post where someone said that Solo Leveling is good at making people think it's good.
They said that.
That's what they said. That was their words.
I mean, it's a simple equation, bro. We touched upon it in the past, and I don't think it promises to be more than it really is. Yeah, like Terry said, there are aspects of self-actualization and of persevering and putting the blood, sweat, hours. English. Blood, sweat, and tears into achieving your goals. And that's it, really. It's just about, it's a simple ride. It's fun. Because it's one that, anyone could really identify with, because we've all had our struggles, we had our ups and downs. Yeah. And I mean, she started from the bottom and then was given a way to better a situation.
Literally,
I mean, if someone told me, it was a mad way to do it, though. It was a mad way. I think people forget that he actually had to go through...
He had to get killed.
He had to get killed, literally. He didn't know it was going to happen either.
Yeah.
Until what was it? Half of a second before death?
0.1 second.
Didn't it say that on the...
He had 0.1 second to basically go, yes or no. Do you want to be a player?
Yeah. When he was on the altar, right?
Yeah.
So it was basically what? Him just accepting, okay, cool, you know what, let me sacrifice myself to save everybody else. I don't know what's coming at the end of this. I'm assuming I'm going to die. And that's it. And then the reward was, all right, cool, bro. The reward matches the sacrifice, and you're basically going to become this guy.
That guy
who... He's funny because I was watching RDC World 1. Have you seen the video?
I love them. No. Was it him trying to save people?
He's saving people, but he has to decide on how he wants to save it.
And he's like, I'm not do that. That's a Naruto entrance.
People are dying. Oh, shit.
No, there's so many memes from it.
Do you think his character? Character as in personality, integrity and whatnot. Do you think it's gotten...
darker? Okay. Terry basically kind of also mentioned that of the whole the darker elements, and there are people who are basically arguing that Sung Jin-woo could be going down a dark path that we're not seeing where he's going just yet or where he could end up. Because you remember when he fought the guy who was
in the snow?
No.
Oh, you mean
the prisoners were basically being taken into a dungeon with them, and the guy who was tasked to keep the prisoners in check, he basically was killing people for fun. And when he died, he basically said, "Oh, let's we're basically alike. How far does your shadow reach?" If that makes sense.
Then there was that was his. He killed him, right? Then there was that before or after he killed the brother of
That was after, I believe.
The assassin was after.
Yeah.
So that's 2 bodies right there.
No, don't forget the brother, but also the brother's party as well.
Oh, cool. So the brother's party was the first time he actually killed humans.
Yeah.
That from then on.
Do you remember he had that knife? He's like, "Oi, yo!"
Ever since then, bruv.
Do you remember in the snow that guy who tried to kill him? He just offed him.
And he's gone on like nothing happened that day, bruv. He revived him like it was nothing. Has he done that to anybody else since? Or?
No,
that's the only human he's
killed. Or no. That's the only shadow that he's got by killing
a human.
Yeah.
But he's gone on like that. He didn't skip a beat, bro. He brings Tank in to the fold for every battle. Like he just recruited my man from a deck.
Iron. Tank is the bear. Iron is
it's Iron.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Iron is the comic relief.
Then we were all gassed. Well, that's a spoiler. I'll say anyway. Exchange. Meanwhile, whilst exchange is about to happen, bro.
Yeah.
People are going through it, bro. He's just there chilling. Duns are right here. I can't go into spoiler territory because
but he basically takes a hero turns up late. Seriously.
Bruv,
he goes, I wear that mental.
He's like, look, if they don't meet the criteria, but before I turn up, I ain't going to still. I don't care how many people die. I don't care how many babies need to be safe from trees.
We're not babies safe from trees.
I'm going to aura farm.
Yeah. You know,
I don't even like using that term.
One thing I hate is Solo Leveling has basically made aura farming. That phrase, I can't stand it.
Have you seen what they've done? I think they've even gone as far back as like, was it Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z?
And he does do it though. And Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
Killua?
Oh, he did.
He does.
Do you remember when he was riding on a horse with his hand in his pocket? He came to a race when everyone's supposed to be running on foot. He's skateboarding. He's a prick.
The who's on jokes though. That didn't even make sense. No, but his character. So what people think he's gonna become anti-hero? Is he an anti-hero right at the moment? Has he transitioned from because he's very idealistic at the start. Idealistic.
He's just he's just trying to save his mum like at the jump. I think we have time for one more. Yeah. I think this might need to be a 2-parter though, because there's still a few people that sent us a question. But Terry, thank you for that loaded one. That was very layered. Like food for thought. I might have to listen back to that one later and even hit you up with some more convo about that one.
We can deep that one again though, you know. We get more time.
Sate. This one is from Joe.
Hello. Good evening. I've got a couple questions for you guys. Don't start beefing over them or ruin any lifelong friendships. Kidding. The first question that I wanted to ask is, if you could change the fate of one anime character, who would it be and why? Like someone who you think probably deserved better and they just got done dirty by the plot. Who would you choose? Another question that I have is, if you could erase one anime from your memory just so you could experience it again for the very first time, what anime would that be and why? And another question...
3-parter. Let's go.
I like this.
Is, what anime villain do you low-key think had a point? Like, they were bad, they were evil, but you kind of saw where they were coming from and you don't actually think they were that wrong. I really want to hear something controversial. So something that's going to be like, whoa, really? That's what I'm looking for.
If only Carl was it for that last one. Okay, thank you very much for that one, Joe.
Shout out Joe, that was good. I like this question.
Yeah, she's literally got into anime not too long ago and she's already... asking for a controversial one. So the first one.
Which anime character do I feel got done dirty? That was the first one, right?
Yeah. You could change their fate.
That was it. A very easy one would be Guts from Berserk.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
He definitely didn't deserve what happened to him at the end of the first season and what continues to happen to him as the story goes on. I mean, like, you know, horrible things transpire and lead into even worse. I mean, because this is a story about a guy who had the worst start in life. Even as a teenager, it was just going completely wrong, and then he ends up, would you say, going into the service of guts? I mean, he lost the bet or the fight. Basically, you know, grew up under him. They became best friends, and then all it took was that one day. Was it one day or one night for them to just everything just completely go down the drain, really, and it hasn't been right since then, really. I would change him. I would also change Future Gohan.
you give him his arm back.
No, you know what? I think that would be the limit of the change I would make, because I was actually going to say initially, before you said that, I would just make it so that he'd win, but I would like to see how he'd fare in a fight with both arms against both Android 17 and 18 in that last fight before, you know, he obviously dies. I would change that.
Yeah.
If he still dies, fair dues. But given how much he was able to hold his own against them with only one arm, and they really had to go all out in the end and use dirty tactics. Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, that defeat that they gave him was kind of it didn't really make too much sense. But you know, it's TV said this anime. So, but yeah, I would change that. There's more.
Yeah, I bet there's a list. I have one.
Go on.
This one came into my head as soon as Joe asked that question. I was like, Little Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Who's Little Tucker?
The girl, Shao Tucker's daughter.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
What would you just turn her back to a normal little girl, or
I'll prevent that shit from happening.
No, but don't you think that
you just want it for the plot? You said that was character development. That poor girl, her father turned her and her pet dog into one just because he was afraid he was going to lose his license.
You got to raise dedication.
No, she got done dirty. Like that question was, if I could change their fate, she was done dirty.
When you watched it, were you actually shocked?
Yeah,
and appalled when you found out,
bro? The line, brother Ed. I was like, what the f?
Yeah, I still remember.
But the thing is, even when everything's said and done, Scar had to basically, you know, finish the job.
Oh, did he kill her?
Yeah.
How did he even find out about her?
He just saw her, and I think he took pity on her because he saw her in that form, and then just basically.
I know what you mean, though.
Joe's second question,
which was
either forgetting an anime so you can watch it again.
That was it.
Was that the second one?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. And the very easy choice would be Hanana. That's too easy, though. I know there's one I would love to watch again. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay, while you think of your one, I'll say mine.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. Ooh. I love AOT.
You love to go through the journey all over again.
Yes, it's my favorite anime. Like, and if I could watch it again from the perspective of fresh eyes that hasn't seen any of the unfolding, I would be so excited because some of those plot twists were wild, and I wish I was able to watch it before I spoiled for myself that there were Titan shifters, even before I knew there was Titan shifters, because I spoiled that for myself. I knew who the shifters were before I even knew there were Titan shifters.
Same here. Same here. I remember, you know those what's it called, like Attack on Titan wiki. Those kind of pages. I remember reading through. It was either Aaron's history or Berthold. I think it was Berthold's. No, Rainer's, and it was describing them when they're in the forest. Yeah, when they're getting chased because they've kidnapped Aaron. Yeah, and then a picture of them on, you know, when they're chilling on in the tree branches so that they can rest, so that they can continue on their journey. I only said I'd say it. I just remember thinking. I remember as I was reading, I was like, "Wait, hold on, what? These guys are Titan shifters.
What's a Titan shifter?
Might as well go home now." Read the whole story, bro. Went down to the bottom of the page for what it had back then. Yeah. Obviously, the manga had only reached up to a certain point, so it could only spoil so much. But that was horrible. I remember reading, seeing the directions for people online, like, "Yeah, man, I can't believe Berthold and Reiner were Titan shifters." I was like, "Oh, shit."
Do you remember on the flipping wall, and then he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm the armor Titan. He's the console Titan." Like, wait, what? He just casually dropped it in a normal conversation. Chef's kiss. And Joe's final question, she did a 3-parter. It was the villain one.
that are low key fucked with,
Yeah.
and his ideology. I can't.
Yes.
Vegeta doesn't count, does he?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right? He's basically a hero.
Yeah, he's on a different path now, so I think it doesn't count.
A villain. I'm trying to think. Maybe All for One.
Damn. Okay.
What is All for One's
Purpose.
Yeah, what does he want?
Bro, he's just here for chaos. he just wants to see the world burn.
Because you've seen more than I have of it.
Bro, I don't even know what his
Does he never actually say, this is what I want?
He's kind of after... yes, he kind of said... You kind of know what he wants to do, what he's trying to get at, but it's... Yeah, he's just here to be a maniacal, chaotic prick.
You know... no, I was about to use Obito.
Obito?
But he basically becomes an anti-hero towards the end of his running. Maybe Madara.
I was about to say Madara.
Yeah, hey, Madara.
Madara.
Maybe even Kabuto.
Fuck Kabuto.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Because doesn't he become a sly, quite a bit of a good guy towards the end?
He's forced to. The thing is, he had no other choice. He was put in a flipping time loop that unless he became a good guy, he'll still be in that time loop. He was basically rehabilitated by force.
Oh, so it wasn't a case of he was just like what's his name? Naruto. A guy who, due to circumstances in his life, ended up having to make certain choices. Yeah. It wasn't that kind of series. Yeah. Was it not that for him?
No.
He was just bad from the outset and then had to...
He did go through a little bit of a mini traumatic backstory, but it's not that deep. He just became a slice.
There's no reason for him to become as bad as he was.
Not as bad
apart
as he was.
Apart from that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Orochimaru?
On that note, Joe, thank you for the 3-part question. If we have more time, we'll unpack that a bit deeper.
We've got to do this again.
There's still more questions that we didn't actually get through to, so we'll definitely do that again soon. But I think we can both agree, potentially Madara, maybe Aizen. Aizen's my guy.
Do you know something about Aizen that I don't? Or
he's just a bad guy, and I fucks with him. I like Aizen just because he's Aizen.
You're gonna take Aizen, but not give me Kaguya.
We've been Anime Freshmen. Thank you very much for
we agree with
Madara. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. Because of time restraints and having to be kicked out of the studio, we can't delve into any more questions. But if you are fucking with the pod and you are enjoying what you are listening to, make sure to give the podcast a 5-star review wherever you listen to the podcast from. We are on socials everywhere at Anime Freshmen. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or now it's known as X, TikTok, all of that good stuff. We game, we Twitch. That's www.twitch.tv/Anime Freshmen. You can join the Discord via the Twitch, and we have a website, which I was going to say, that is www.animefreshmen.com. If you like blogs, just basically put /blogs at the end. If you want to drop us an email, basically send us an email at hello@animefreshmen.com. If, like some of our people, you want to send an audio question through, go to the contact us part of the website and you can basically record a little message for the team. We're going to definitely re-up this episode soon with more of the team to kind of get involved. But guys, we appreciate you. You guys have been awesome, and
keep it fresh.
Exactly that. Keep it fresh.